I just got to the Siphon Draw trailhead. I'm gonna do hike Flatiron today. I've never actually done this hike, but it's been on my bucket list for a while, so it's not super long. It's like 5.5, 6 miles round trip, but you're going up like 2,700 feet in elevation, so it's gonna be quite the climb. But it looks like the views are gonna be really, really cool, so we're gonna go get that done today.
Always going through.
It's a little bit grassy and flowery out here today, so I don't think it's quite the spring bloom that we get down here, but it's definitely a beautiful morning. So we're right here. We're gonna take Siphon Draw up here through this gate, and we're gonna climb and climb and climb and climb all the way to the Flatiron, which is way up there. And if we look this way, it's that point right there. So that's like 2,700 feet up there. That's where we're headed. And there's what it looks like looking back, kind of towards the parking area, just through the desert and all that. Beautiful morning. Here's this gate. I think this is where the state park ends and the federal wilderness area begins. So now we're in the forest, technically. Still pretty deserty. But man, pretty views out here. I never thought I'd ever be using a selfie stick. And in reality, this is just one of my trekking poles, but I don't know, it does give kind of some cool angles and stuff, so maybe I'll start doing that more on some of these hikes. Here's a sign for the Superstition Wilderness. Alright, well, I just hit the 1 mile mark from my truck at least. But I still got a ways to go. It's just barely an incline from like the parking area out to here. But it's not too bad. I think from what people tell me, it gets bad at that one kind of big rock. It looks like it's in the middle of the draw up there. I bet coming back though, hiking down this stretch is gonna feel so good. My legs are gonna be all sore, and it's like just a little bit downhill, so it'll probably feel like, I don't know, just really nice walking back to the truck once you hit that point. Insanely pretty. I feel so tiny compared to everything. Such cool scenery. Pretty steep. Not terrible right here, but you're obviously climbing all the way up. So there's Flatiron up there, so that's our end goal. But man, these views, super pretty. Nice cool big rock here. And then you're just looking out towards the Phoenix area. Closer here is Apache Junction and all that. But yeah, just gorgeous scenery. What a nice day. I'm finding that I'm slipping way more than I want to be, especially this early on. But I've got well over 1,000 miles on these hiking boots now. And they're Merrell Moabs. They're not the best, but they're pretty good. Pretty popular pair. They've worked good, they've been comfortable, but I've really worn the sole out on both, and even taken some chunks out of the tread and all, so they're a little bit more slick and just less grippy than they used to be, which is probably not great for this trail, but we'll make do. That's a cool angle right there. I gotta give that a shot. Man, that is so pretty. But we have got a ways to go. Thousands of feet to climb to make it all the way up there. But that's the goal. I will say, I know I'm breathing kind of hard now, but I've been exercising and rowing a lot of like zone 2 cardio stuff. I think that's really helped. I was not in great shape before. I'm in honestly really good shape for what I've been right now, so there's never been a better time to do this trail for me. So yeah, they're climbing up right here. It's starting to get a lot more steep. This is cool. All right. Thankfully, this is kind of like slick rock. So even though my boots suck, it's kind of grippy, which is pretty cool. That's kind of a tough little spot. Definitely take it easy. Watch your footing. I've got bad ankles, so I gotta really watch my step. I'd hate to roll an ankle out here. Okay, another cool area. And we're almost to, I forget what this part's called. I think it's got a more official name. Somebody called it the saddle, but I think it's might be something different. But it's a cool part. Again, it's pretty steep. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but yeah, what a gorgeous hike. Really cool scenery. But your legs better be ready. This is kind of interesting. I don't know if it matters which way. All right. All right. A little bit of a tricky spot, but not too bad. Oops. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. As long as I don't slip. Like that. How's it going, guys?
Looking strong, man.
Thanks. Man, this is neat. Hopefully my angles are right. It's so far up, it might be pointed too far down now. Yeah, that's steep. How fun. So, it's obviously not running right now, but this is supposed to be like a waterfall off to the left here. So when it's raining or there's snow melt, we've had lousy snow this year, but that should be running water from what a bunch of other people's videos and hike stuff said. So yeah, we still gotta go way the heck up there. Oh, see if I can do this while holding my stick like this. Nice and steep. I wonder if the mic can pick up my heart pounding. It says I'm at 167 beats per minute. Pretty high. How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing all right. All right, I stopped to take a breather. I got my heart rate down to 140, which is still kind of high. But man, such a cool hike. So kind of up behind me, up that way. It's hard to tell. No, left, up. There, that's Flatiron. So still heading up there. But looking around, it's just really cool scenery. This whole area is super pretty. It's a steep climb though. So started out way down there where all the houses and stuff are, but it almost just looks like a painting or something right now. But I don't know. Everything is so grand that it kind of makes you feel small in a way. Kind of cool. You always inevitably have someone who brings a speaker on a beautiful hiking trail like this and just absolutely ruins it with shitty music. Go figure. There it is. Back behind me again. It's some steep country. You definitely hit a point where progress slows way down, because this is steep. But there's behind me. We're still making our way towards it. Almost an hour and a half. It says I've gone up 1,650 feet so far. Like another 1,000 feet to go. That's really steep. It can be kind of hard to tell in the moment, but there are some arrows to tell you what path to take. And then we're getting super close, but still pretty far away. But we'll get there. Getting high. Steep. But there's the point out there, so a little bit more. Alright, I think this is basically the top. Now there's like a little trail that goes from over here to the point over there. And that's Flatiron. Let's hike over. So you can kind of see it way down there is the trail that we took to get out here. So we went all the way up this draw up to here. Alright, so I'm still probably like 5 minutes away from the actual like Flatiron part, but I'm at the top where it's basically level now. Man, that's a cool hike. It is just steep. I'm almost at the 2-hour mark right now. So climbing up from my truck was when I started my watch. About 2 hours to here. So, you know, 2 hours, 10 minutes to the actual point or so for me. It says I've gone about 3.1 miles from my truck. And that was at the main like siphon draw day use area parking. And my watch says I've gone up 2,576 feet. It's a little bit more to climb up to the actual Flatiron part, but not too bad. But man, the scenery is so cool. It does not disappoint. Way the heck up here. And then there's Flatiron behind me. That's cool. Sorry for the wind noise, it's a bit much up here, but you see how steep that really is. That drops almost straight down. Crazy. What a cool day.
Where that bridge over there? You can get up there. But like that view where those guys are, that's beautiful too. You got the right idea. Or with some ice.
Yeah, that's cool.
We'll get a little rope system so we can haul it. But then we can sell waters up here. Yeah.
Man, that is cool scenery. All right. So that's Flatiron. I forget the name, but that hill kind of over there, there's actually some people up on top. And I don't think it's the highest point in the Superstitions, but it's pretty high. Maybe the second. So I might try to figure out how to get up on top where those guys are. It seems like that'd be some cool views, and you can see all the way around, not just kind of one way. But yeah, Flatiron is cool. It's definitely a tough hike. I apologize for the wind. It's definitely a tough hike. You want to be in good shape for it. Don't skip leg day. You will need leg day. But man, the views up here make it worth it. Even if you were really struggling, I think once you got up here, you'd be like, okay, that was worth it. But coming down is definitely going to be a challenge, especially if you've got bad knees or ankles or whatever. My ankles aren't great, so I'm going to be taking my time, going real slow. But yeah, seems worth it. It took me 2 hours to go up. I'm guessing it'll take me the same or longer to go down. I mean, they just need to put a slide in. I could just slide right down. That'd be easy. I guess if it was raining, you wouldn't have a choice in some spots, but yeah. Some great views of the Superstitions. I can see why it's so captivating for so many people. It is neat. Now some of these views over here, look. Some birds chirping. Yeah, you just get to the edge and then it's just whoop. That is straight down. You can see just how steep everything is. That's cool. That is some rugged country, but beautiful. Say hi to the YouTube video, Mama.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay. I'm gonna try to climb up here next. This is cool. Came up through this little tree here, and then looks like we could go under here. It's cool up here. See pretty dang far all the way around. I like it. Definitely worth it to come all the way up to the top, I think, if you make it all the way up to Flatiron. A couple 100 feet higher, you get up here. There's some cool views. This is cool. Beef jerky break. much hits the spot. Well, this has been really, really cool. Flatiron's been like a bucket list hike for me for a while. Hi, Flatiron. So I'm glad that I finally made it up here. Over the last year, I've lost like 45 pounds. Probably in some of the best shape I've been in maybe my whole life, other than like since high school or something maybe. But I'm glad I got to do this bucket list hike. And I feel like I'm standing on top of the world overlooking the Phoenix area here in Arizona. It's cool. I definitely recommend this. Be ready for a big hike. Don't skip leg day. Yeah. Now it's time to start the climb back down. I made it down that one hill. I'm almost to the point where I start to drop back down Siphon Draw and all the way back to the parking lot. So something like 2,000 feet of decline coming up soon. So I'll be really careful with my ankles so I don't roll them like I always do. Today I won't. I'll let you know if that's a lie though. So I didn't film a whole lot of that descent, just because you really need your hands to come down quite a bit. So it would have been hard to film that, but yeah, it's tough coming down. Definitely works your quads really good, but not too far from like the easier area now. Another little scrambly bit. Sun has definitely moved quite a bit. We were way up there. Thumbs up, guys. And I made it back to my truck. Alrighty, I made it back to my truck. That was a good hike, a heck of a hike. I forgot to pause this right when I got to the truck, but it was less than 5 minutes ago probably, but see if I can get some stats for everybody. I know it took me about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, maybe 2 hours 10 minutes to get to the actual Flatiron part from the parking lot. I'm in the main Siphon Draw day use area parking. So it looks like I went 7.38 miles. Granted, when I got to the top, I also checked out that one little hill. And I was, you know, taking a lot of pictures. I enjoyed my time at the top, had some snacks. It's not like I went up and came right back down. But yeah, so 7.38 miles in 6 hours and 42 minutes. And between climbing up to Flatiron as well as hill, I think it's 5024 or something like that, was 3,139 feet of elevation gain according to my watch. So I'm sure, you know, that could be plus or minus however much, but a pretty good hike all the same. And I'm at 18,000, almost 19,000 steps. So definitely got my exercise out of the day. I'm sweating pretty good. The high today is like 80, which for Phoenix really isn't too bad, but it definitely started to feel really warm coming down, and it feels really warm right now. I could just dive into a pool. But definitely be careful doing this one. I wouldn't do it in the summer, probably at all, just because if you get caught out taking longer than you mean to or whatever, it could be dangerous. But either way, no matter what, I would start super early morning, get out there as the sun's coming up. If there's clouds, it'll look really cool with the sun and everything. I took 3 liters of water and finished them near the top coming down. So I wish that I had brought 4 liters of water, and next time I probably will. I'm also prone to rolling my ankles, and I didn't roll my ankles. I don't think I injured myself at all today, other than maybe some blisters or hot spots, but that's normal for me. So yeah, definitely bring lots of water, stay cool. I wear a sun hoodie, but if you like to have some skin out, make sure you use sunscreen, because you can get sunburned pretty bad on a trail like this. But yeah, it's a neat trail. If your fitness is good, definitely I would add it to your bucket list of hikes to do in Arizona, or at least the Phoenix area. It's pretty neat. So, well, I'm gonna head back home now, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.